had a decision to make. Night had fallen and I had a decision. If I walked through that door, the rest of my life would be spent running. If I walked through that door, I was a criminal. If I walked through that door, I would be hunted. But if I walked through that door, I would be free. 24 years of slavery. I'm the daughter of a slave who was born shortly after this country was born. My mother and my father were sold due to the change in the economy. They were sold. I never saw them again. So I walked through that door, and I became a criminal for wanting to live as a human. My path was the Underground Railroad. By day I hid in attics. I moved by night in shadows and swamps, but I moved. I moved until I was free. And when I was free, I met a man, Mr. Frederick Douglass. He said I resembled his long-lost sister. He took me in and I became a part of his family. He even gave me a new name, Miss Harriet Bailey. I had a new family and a new home. But like all of us, we lived in fear. And we had to be watchful. So when Frederick published that he was a runaway slave, he had to flee the country. We wrote letters and kept in constant contact. Eventually I met my husband, Mr. Perry Francis Adams, and we began a family. Eventually, Frederick came back to America to continue to support abolitionism. When he came back, he would say, "I do not go back to America to remain silent and to rest in ease and comfort. I comfort in conflict, and that I may hereafter exult in victory. I do believe victory is certain." I was fortunate enough to meet men and women who were fighting against slavery. Some who'd lost their lives, men like John Brown. As an escaped slave, I knew that my children could be taken from me. It was a constant threat. So we kept moving. We moved from America to Haiti and back to America. My husband became ill and I had to sew to support the family. In 1884, we moved to Nebraska. We moved from Norfolk to Omaha and then to Lincoln. It was a German-Russian neighborhood across from Cooper Park, which was then Lincoln Park. There we all were, people from all over the world, different languages, different experiences, all here in Lincoln. My final years were good ones. My family cared for me, and I lived to see the institution of slavery end. In 1900, I died here in Lincoln. My life was a constant struggle. I witnessed the nation changing, but I walked through that door into a dark and unknown future. And I witnessed a nation that would forever be changed.